Hey guys, chances are if you're watching this video, you want to take your blog post production to the next level while also slashing your content strategy costs. Now, maybe you're paying 8 cents a word to some copywriting company that you found on Upwork, or even paying thousands in fees to one of these new age AI copywriting companies that keeps their automated blog post algorithm behind a steep paywall. Today, I want to take you under the hood of an incredibly sophisticated, really cool system that we have developed here at Automatio specifically for your content strategy needs. Now, this system is going to do two main things. Firstly, it is going to save you thousands of dollars a year in your blog post production costs. Instead of paying about 8 cents a word or about $150 for a 2,000 word article, you're going to pay about 1 to 2 cents an article. Okay, so incredibly steep cost savings for your content strategy. Secondly, this system is designed specifically to help you rank on Google against the specific keywords that you are targeting as part of your content strategy. So an incredibly powerful and an incredibly cheap system that we have built here specifically for you. So let me take you under the hood here, show you all the bells and whistles and what's going on, and then you can scroll down to the bottom of this page and actually try this system out for free for yourself for as long as you'd like. All right, so without further ado, let's get under the hood. All right, so we are now under the hood of our super awesome, super cool automated blog post writer. You can see it's just a beautiful system. Okay, it's pretty sophisticated, it's pretty complex, but this is the exact same system that all these new age AI copywriting companies are selling you for thousands of bucks. This is it right here. This is all they're doing. And it really is a beautiful system. So I want to walk you through all these modules and kind of show you what's going on here, just how clever this system is, and then I think you will understand the power behind the system and how you can transform your content strategy. All right, so if I come to our website here where we're actually going to create our blog posts, all right, and this is going to be at the bottom of the page. You can try this out for as long as you want. We have this form here, and all we have to do to create our automated blog posts for 1 to 2 cents is we got to fill out this form. Okay, so we got to give the system some information. First thing we need to tell it is what is the title of our blog post? What blog post do you want to write? How long do you want it to be? What primary and secondary keywords do you want to rank for on Google? We give you the ability to put in internal and external links as well, which just helps, with the SEO ranking and backlinks and things like that. So you can put those in there. And then any additional instructions you want to give it. So make it fun, make it serious, make it professional, etc. And then once you've put all of that information in, that's all you have to do. Then you just hit generate blog post. All right, and once you do that, we actually trigger our automation right here. So this first module will then fire, and you can see we just capture all that information from our form, and now we have it in make.com, and we can feed this into our AI agent, okay? All right, so now this is where the magic begins. What we do is we take all that inputted data, and we feed it into OpenAI. And essentially what we say is, hey, you're a helpful, intelligent writing assistant. Can you take all that information that we just sent you and create an award-winning outline for an article? Okay. And so what it's going to do is it's not going to write the actual article. Okay. That would be too simple. It's not good enough for SEO purposes. It's going to create an outline. All right. And so you can see this is kind of what it looks like. And so again, it's not an article, but it's an outline with different sections. And you can see all these sections are separated by an H2 heading. Okay. And it's just bullet points inside those sections. And it's not a fully fleshed out article. And this is very important because anybody can go into ChatGPT and generate a blog post and then post it on their website. That's not good enough in the new age wave of AI. Okay. We need to be more sophisticated to get around some of these AI systems that are checking for real authentic content. And so what we do is we then take that outline and we say, hey, let's iterate over each of those sections. So let's say we generated a 6-section outline. We are then going to feed each of those 6 sections individually and iteratively into another OpenAI module that is going to write a fully fledged, rich, keyword-heavy section for you. Okay, and that's exactly what this gray section is doing right here. Okay, so this is going to allow us to iterate through each of those sections of our outline. All right, and so what we do here is we essentially split that outline everywhere there's a new line. That way we can split iteratively our sections of the outline. And then with this iterator, we're going to feed each of those sections into a new OpenAI module, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to add an arrow next to each of those section headings. So if I come back to this module, you can see at each of those section breaks, we're actually adding literally a left arrow to each section heading in that outline, okay? And then we tell OpenAI, hey, look for the arrow, and that is the section heading that I want you to write a paragraph or 2 paragraphs for, okay? And so it's literally going to look at our outline, and it's going to look for which section heading, whether it's the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, or the sixth, has an arrow next to it. And that is the one it's going to write for, all right, in that iteration of our process, okay? So it's really, really cool. Now what we do is it then outputs its content, and we continue down the flow here. Now very, very importantly is we have this router here. And what this router does is gives us a little bit of logic that allows us to change up the formatting of some of our sections. Okay, so we don't want all of our sections to just be paragraphs. We want some of our sections to be bullet points, to break up the flow of the article, to make it look more real, like a normal blog post. And so what we do here is we give it a little bit of logic, and we say, hey, every 4th section that we iterate over, or 25% of the time, I want you to take the content that you just wrote and actually change the formatting up. Okay, so hey, break this into bullet points and subheadings for variety, all right? And then what we do is we save that to a variable, and then we save down here into another variable, and we go back through the process, okay? So if you've never used make.com before, essentially what we do is this process right here is going to iterate multiple times, over and over and over, through all of our section headings, okay? Now, very important to realize here that because we are feeding OpenAI an outline, it knows where the article has been, and it knows where the article is going in that outline. Okay, so when it writes its individual section, it knows how to cohesively tie to the section written previously and the section coming after. Okay, so it's very, very advanced, and this is the best way to handle these systems in AI right now, because they're not really good at context. So that's why we have to do this iteratively. So then the last thing we do here is we actually aggregate all of our sections that we've iterated over. Okay, so we have, let's say we have 6 different sections. We've written 6 different pieces of content for each of those sections. A quarter of those times, those sections are going to be broken into bullet points and subheadings. So it's going to look real. And then what we do in this module right here is we aggregate all those sections back together. So now it's back in one article. Then what we do is we feed it into OpenAI one more time, that final article. It's now fully written, it's iteratively written, it's dynamically written, and we feed it one last time into OpenAI and basically say, hey, here's the deal. We've written this article. Can you just lightly proofread this? Make sure everything is looking good. If anything seems out of the place, make it more cohesive. So it's kind of like a final check. And then we do a little bit of formatting and we send it to Google Docs. Now, if we build this system for you at Automatio, we can give you this output into Google Docs. We could post this live to your website. There's a bunch of different ways we can actually output this information. For the sake of this demo here, we're actually going to just email you a link to your article that was written in Google Docs. Okay, so that is the system. Now I'm going to run this and actually show you how this works live so you can, better understand it visually what's going on here, because I think that'll help. So I'm going to run this. We're going to come back to our blog generator here, and we're just going to generate this blog about Luke Skywalker is the GOAT. Okay, we've got all of our secondary keywords, primary keywords, etc. I'm going to hit generate blog post, and we have now launched our automation. So we're capturing that information here. You can see OpenAI right now is chugging along, and it's actually creating our outline. Okay, and again, it's just going to have all those different sections that we then here split and add a little arrow to as we iterate through here. Okay, and so you can see now over here in our iterator, we are actually creating our sections. So we're iterating over every one of our sections of our outline. We're writing a piece of content for that section with the arrow next to it. And then we come through and then we iterate back until we get through all of our sections of the outline. And again, this is the most important piece because this is how we're going to get around these AI detections. okay, that are starting to pop up. Because we're iteratively writing this article within the context of the outline, we can evade a lot of that detection. And so OpenAI right now is on its 8th section of our outline. And you can see here that actually one of these, or 1 out of every 4 roughly, actually shot out and created new formatting or bullet points and subheadings for one of the sections that we've written. So it's gonna look good, okay? And so we've iterated through 10 sections right now. We've aggregated all 10 of those sections, including the newly formatted one. And now our last OpenAI module right now is just cleaning everything up, making sure everything is cohesive. One last proofread, is everything good, cleaning up a little formatting. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna post this to Google Docs, and then we'll be done. Okay, so it's wrapped up its job. And so I'm just gonna come to my email here, and I've got this email. I'm just gonna click here to go check out our article. And here it is. Here's our keyword-rich 2-cent article about Luke Skywalker being the GOAT. And you can read this. You can see our 3rd section here. We've actually added bullet points to make it seem real. And so this thing is absolutely beautiful. Now, one thing we will do is because we're using Google Docs, and we don't have to use this on your end. We can kind of do this however we want. But what we'll do is, just to make this look a little better, is we'll just add some space after the paragraph. And there we go. So that looks really good now. And so here's your article, guys. Here it is. Luke Skywalker is the GOAT, A Jedi's Journey. We've got an intro, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. It's written with a tone of voice of being fun. We've got bullet points. We've got facing adversity. All these chapters all the way down in a cohesive, keyword-rich article. And so that is it, guys. That is how you can create keyword-rich, SEO-optimized blog posts for your company for literally 2 cents. Instead of paying $150 for a 2,000-word article at 8 cents a word, literally you get this whole article for just 2 cents. And you can make as many of these as you want. You can generate as many as you want. There is no limit. As long as you have 2 cents laying around per article, you just keep on firing away. So that is how powerful this system is. It can literally transform your content strategy. So scroll down below and test this system out for yourself completely for free on us. Let us know what you think. Generate as many blog posts as you want. And if you love this system so much that you want it implemented on your end for your company, hit us up below and somebody from our team will be in touch shortly with next steps. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy. Happy blog post generating.